And I got to tell you, her haters and her competition in the league better be concerned.
We already knew Caitlin Clark had improved, but it turns out we were only scratching the surface. A new report just dropped, and it's eye-opening.
I gotta say, some of these stories are mad. Absolutely mental, but
it confirms what Fever fans suspected. Caitlin isn't just working hard, she's obsessed with greatness. And if you're one of those people still thinking Caitlin's overhyped, you're in for a rough season. Because the work she put in over the offseason is stuff of legends. 2024 was just the appetizer. This year, we're getting the main course. Let's break it all down. But first, like this video if you think Caitlin's taking home MVP, and subscribe if you're riding with the Fever to the championship. This is what the haters think of when they think of Caitlin's offseason. They picture her out golfing, sitting down for interviews with David Letterman, watching Chiefs games in a suite with Taylor Swift, relaxing, making appearances, living the life of a star. They point out that she skipped unrivaled, turning down $1 million payday for some rest and relaxation. And yeah, she needed the rest, but that's only a small part of the story.
She was at the Masters. She was doing some interview, did a big interview with David Letterman, et cetera, right? And her haters love to try to proclaim that Caitlin Clark was not in the lab.
There was a moment during this offseason when the haters started getting very worried. Caitlin Clark showed up courtside at an Iowa game, and immediately the internet exploded. She wasn't just there to cheer on her alma mater. She was jacked, arms defined, shoulders sculpted. The photos went viral within minutes. This was the first real clue that Caitlin Clark hadn't just been chilling all offseason and working on her golf handicap. She had clearly been grinding, hard. And now we've got the full receipts. A new piece by Alexa Philippou of ESPN dropped, and it gives us the inside scoop on Caitlin's offseason. And let's just say, it's legendary. But first, to fully appreciate what you're about to see and understand the impact it's going to make, let's rewind for a moment.
The Indiana Fever select Caitlin Clark, University of Iowa.
Going into the pros, Caitlin Clark didn't get a break. She went straight from the NCAA championship game, after carrying Iowa on her back for the second year in a row.
Martin looking. Here's Clark. She fires and goes! She hits!
To shaking hands with Kathy Engelbert on draft night, then immediately into training camp with the Fever. No rest, no time off, no chance to process the whirlwind she was in. And once she hit the WNBA, she didn't exactly get a red carpet welcome.
Look, SVP, reality is coming.
Okay.
The old guard made it clear that Caitlin wasn't going to have an easy go, and they were right. As a rookie, she had to adapt fast, and yeah, she got pummeled. Every possession felt like a battle, and she was fighting it alone. You could tell that the rough stuff was impacting her. It was written all over her face.
I think at times there's ways I can probably channel it a little bit better, but that's just basketball at the end of the day. That's never gonna change. I'm never gonna lose that. I feel like I'm getting hammered.
Hit after hit, it was the ultimate welcome to the league. And if those shots weren't hard enough, despite playing well and putting up all-star numbers, she was left off the Olympic team. Now, this was a hotly debated snub. And while it's crystal clear now it was the wrong call, the jury's still out on whether or not they made the right call at the time. But regardless of what side you're on, one thing's for sure. It was the best thing that could have happened to her.
Loved competing every single second, but it's going to be a great month for my body to, first of all, get rest and get healthy and just get a little time away from basketball and the craziness of everything that's been going on and, just find some peace and quiet for myself.
With all the focus on Team USA, Caitlin took time to recharge and strengthen, and it was exactly what she needed.
Let us just remember one thing. She came straight out of college in a deep NC2A run right into the WNBA. And then she had that break, right, from the Olympics in there. Oh, her legs came back. Yeah, she got her legs back under her. And she absolutely destroyed the WNBA.
6 for the Fever. The Sky shooting 38%. Caitlin Clark, another three-pointer.
After the Olympic break, she averaged 23 points per game, led the Fever to the playoffs, was named a first-team All-Star, and took home Rookie of the Year honors. The break gave her exactly what she needed, time and space to get her footing, reset mentally, and come back sharper. And she didn't waste a second of it. So if a month off transformed her into that version of Caitlin Clark, just imagine what the last 6 months did. Well, let's just say she didn't waste a moment of it. According to Alexa Philippou at ESPN, Caitlin Clark was an absolute beast this offseason. Despite the A-list appearances, from hanging in Taylor Swift's suite at NFL games to showing up at the Masters, Caitlin never strayed from her routine. No matter where she was, she'd be back in Indianapolis early the next morning, in the gym by 8 a.m., putting in the work. Caitlin Clark's offseason transformation stunned the WNBA. But what left the Indiana Fever organization in awe was her work ethic.
Regardless of where Clark was or what event she was attending, she was almost always back in the gym at Cambridge by 8 a.m. the next morning. I kind of marveled at it. Sarah Kessler, the Fever's head athletic performance coach, also noticed. I'd be like, you can sleep in if you want, she told Clark. I'll still be there.
The Fever brass were amazed at how closely she stuck to her regimen. She was offered scheduling flexibility, but rarely took advantage. Performance coach Keith Porter traveled with Caitlin on business trips at her request to ensure her training continued. General manager Amber Cox marveled at her dedication. She lifted weights 4 to 5 times a week, incorporated creatine into her regimen, and focused on enhancing her strength and balance. But perhaps more importantly, she focused on addressing specific areas of improvement.
One of their very first drills that they worked on was a balance drill, a balance and ball handling drill. And Caitlin said that in their first workout, one of the first workouts they had, they spent 35 minutes just on ball handling.
Every day was a deep dive into her game. We're talking targeted skill development, new footwork patterns, floaters, creative finishes at the rim, moves that will make defenders dizzy. And she wasn't doing it alone. She was in the film room constantly with her trainer and new head coach, Stephanie White, breaking down tape, fine-tuning decisions, and finding new ways to pick defenses apart, and it got personal. She knew her upright posture was holding her back, so she fixed it. She knew her left arm wasn't as strong or fluid as her right, so she worked on it relentlessly, repping until the imbalance started to disappear. That kind of accountability? That's rare, and it speaks volumes about how badly she wants to level up. But it's not just in the gym. Her trainer's with her everywhere, on the road, at events. Even when she's out being Caitlin Clark the celebrity, she's still Caitlin Clark the competitor. The work follows her. That's the commitment. And now, everyone is seeing it.
I feel like everyone talks about it. I'll see it on social media. They'll be like, Caitlin has so strong muscles. And don't tell her I said that either. don't even mention that. Yeah. But I think her strength, I mean, she gets in the paint and she's able to bully her way in and finish strong at the basket. I mean, everyone talks about, once again, her three-point shooting, and we've all seen her passing, but I think her ability to get downhill and really just stay on balance and score the ball, I think is going to be great this year too.
Now, while everyone in the Fever orbit was impressed with Caitlin's dedication, none of this is a surprise to those who know Caitlin well. This is who Caitlin Clark is.
It is what it is. Like, we all know Caitlin Clark is somebody that is trying to be the best in the world. And, I mean, she's got the damn mamba mentality. Whatever you want to call mamba mentality. Whatever you define as mamba mentality, there's no question about it that Caitlin Clark has it.
Caitlin Clark is renowned for her relentless work ethic. Her longtime Iowa coach, Jan Jensen, once said that coaching Caitlin was like coaching Kobe, because the expectations she had for herself and for everyone around her were sky high.
You know, the Kobe's, the Jordans, the Caitlins, maybe Diana Taurasi's, it is never personal. We just want to win the effing game.
Right.
So we're going to do what we think we got to win the game. So that mentality is really different for the majority of people who played the game.
And now, her new coach, Stephanie White, has been absolutely glowing about Caitlin's dedication. From day one, White has praised not just Caitlin's talent, but her approach, how she shows up early, stays late, and treats every workout like it's Game 7. She's not coasting on hype or accolades. She's grinding like a player who still has everything to prove.
First and foremost, one of the things that I knew about her from afar, but just seeing it on a daily basis is the way she works. I mean, we talk about work ethic a lot, but work style is another thing.
And now, with the season on the horizon, we're beginning to see the improvements in practice and preseason games. She's moving with more purpose, powering through contact, and finishing plays she might have gotten knocked off of last year. It's not just the logo threes anymore. It's the total package.
Look at the separation she's been able to create on side steps with her footwork, and her stop-starts are way better than it used to be.
She's refined the little things, tightened the footwork, balanced her finishes, added strength in all the right places. And now, slowly but surely, the rest of the league is starting to realize what's coming. Caitlin Clark isn't just back. She's evolved. She's stronger, sharper, and playing with a chip on her shoulder the size of Gainbridge Fieldhouse. This won't be a sophomore slump. It's looking more and more like a sophomore takeover.
She did not play in the Unrivaled, and she was no longer in college. Oh, hell. Get those MVP bets in now, folks. I'm telling you, you better get them in now.
Even before all these off-season reports about her insane work ethic dropped, Caitlin Clark was already one of the favorites to win MVP. According to FanDuel, ESPN BT, and BetMGM, she's got the best odds. Most sportsbooks have her locked into the top 2. And here's the part that's catching fire. Players and media are starting to fall in line.
Caitlin Clark, the favorite to win MVP, should she be?
Yeah, I think so. This time around for Caitlin Clark, she's going to come in on game 1 and be already one of the top 5 players in WNBA. So, I mean, I think MVP has to be like the ceiling for her, right? Like she's already in that conversation. So for her to, get even higher in the vote total, potentially winning that award either this year or next is what I would expect from her.
This is all evidence that the league is coming around. They're finally acknowledging what Caitlin did, and more importantly, what she's about to do. But here's the thing. Caitlin Clark will be the first to tell you she doesn't care about personal awards. MVP? Records? Awesome. But what she really cares about is winning.
Have you guys been explicit so far about wanting to win a championship this year?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely.
What does success then look like?
A championship.
With her individual accolades already stacked, Rookie of the Year, All-Star, assist records, you'd think Caitlin Clark might be content just chasing stats. But no, her focus has completely shifted. It's all about one thing now. Winning, not just games, a title. And sure, she doesn't need extra motivation. She's wired that way. But let's be honest, this is the knock her haters cling to. She hasn't won the big one. She's great, but can she lead a team to a championship? This is the one thing the haters keep bringing up to dismiss her accomplishments and impact.
All-time leading scorer. She broke the records of Kelsey Plum and Sabrina. Like, literally, there is nobody who has been such a front-facing name. It's a direct reflection of her skill set, but how can you be a top 5 player if you have not won a title?
Look, we all know a championship doesn't automatically make someone great. There are plenty of role players who've stumbled into a ring by being in the right place at the right time. And there are legendary talents who never got one. So no, a championship isn't the only metric of greatness. But for Caitlin Clark, it's the only goal. She's done it all, broke the NCAA scoring record, grabbed nearly every individual accolade, transformed the Indiana Fever into must-see TV, and became the face of women's basketball before turning 23. And yet, none of that matters to her without a ring. As her head coach Stephanie White put it, when you've accomplished everything, but you don't have a championship, that's what it's about. That's the bar now. Not MVPs, not jersey sales, not signature moments or half-court threes. It's the ladder, the confetti, the banner. She's not chasing awards anymore. She's chasing greatness. And now, she's got the squad and the focus to go get it. And, as it turns out, she played a big role in that as well. Caitlin Clark isn't just showing up, shooting logo threes and clocking out. She's deeply invested in building something real in Indiana, and it shows. According to Fever leadership, Caitlin didn't just sit back and let free agency happen. She helped drive it. She was personally connecting with players, actively selling them on the vision for this team. That's not typical rookie behavior. That's superstar leadership. And it didn't stop there. According to leadership, she's showing Diana Taurasi level investment. When a rookie gets that kind of comparison from the front office, it speaks volumes. And here's the thing, her effort paid off. Indiana now has DeWanna Bonner, Natasha Howard, Sydney Colson, and a stacked roster that's ready to contend. A lot of that is because players saw what Caitlin was building, and they wanted in. It's been one of the most stunning turnarounds in recent memory, and it's got the entire league on notice. Last year, Caitlin Clark entered the WNBA as a rookie stepping into someone else's system. But this year, she is the system. The team has been rebuilt around her. The strategy, the culture, the leadership, everything flows through Caitlin. And what's most exciting? She's thrilled about it.
I think having that balance is going to be really good for us. You know, there's so many different weapons on this team. There's a lot of really great leadership. There's people that have won championships. You know, then we have our young core, our young players, you know, a lot of people that are really, really hungry to win.
This is going to be a scary team to play against. Not just because the Fever are stacked, but because they've got swagger now. For the first time, it feels like they're fully embracing the spotlight that comes with Caitlin Clark. They're not hiding from the attention. They're owning it.
We're here for the takeover.
The championship mentality isn't just a goal, it's a mantra that's echoing through every corner of the Fever organization. From the front office to the locker room, everyone is aligned. You can feel it in the way they talk, train, and carry themselves. This isn't a team hoping to make noise in the playoffs. This is a team expecting to win it all.
I think there was just a lot coming at me last year at this time. Like, I'm trying to move to a new city. I'm living in a hotel. I'm trying to figure out my teammates, trying to figure out new coaches and how this league works and how this league operates. And, you know, I played the last game of the college season. I played the first preseason game of the WNBA season. Then I played 11 games in 20 days. So it was a lot to take in. It came at me fast. But I'm also really grateful for that experience, too. I think it taught me a lot about basketball. It taught me a lot about myself and how to be resilient and to come into work and to always get better. But I feel like I'm at a much better spot of understanding how the league works, what to expect, what the coaches and your teammates are going to expect of you, and obviously have had a lot of time to rest and get better at things I want to get better at. So
the offseason was exactly what Caitlin Clark needed. She got the rest. She got the mental reset. But what people are only now beginning to understand is just how much work she put in behind the scenes. She didn't just get stronger, she looks visibly more powerful. Her teammates are noticing it, her coaches are raving about it, and in limited preseason minutes, she's already making a statement. The footwork is sharper, the finishing is cleaner. The range, still ridiculous. And now she's got the muscle to take contact and finish through it. This isn't just year 2 Caitlin Clark, this is version 2.0. And while fans are ready, the league might not be. Because if this is how she looks now, they have no idea what's coming. And hopefully, the haters start appreciating that the hype is warranted, it's earned. It's not because of color or media bias, it's about putting in the work. As Cheryl Miller put it,
is she getting hyped? Yes. But she was in the backyard, she was putting in the same time, sometimes maybe more than you were.
If you're still here, drop a basketball in the comments to say hi. Thanks for watching.